Hey there everybody, SeKo Starcraft here. We've got a pro replay from Asus ROG. It is Welmu up against Startale Life. Good luck, have fun, and GG. Haven't cast anything from Life in a while. Dude was super top. Fell off a little bit for a while there. It was like the biggest, I think, top rank like StarCraft 2 player for a little while there. So I'm excited to see if he kind of gets back into his stride here in the next little bit. ZVP. The emerging badass matchup that I enjoy casting so much. Just because it's always changing every day, and you'll eventually see a player just kind of crack. You'll see like protoss players going up against mass swarm hosts, and they just kind of break, get pissed, and leave the game. And you see Zerg players that just can't deal with these, immortal timings, and just make tons of Zerglings, and just try to run in and bust stuff, and run into a wall, and then just crack and leave as well. So we'll see what kind of strategies these guys want to do in this situation. And it's Habitation Station. This map breeds cool games. And we'll see what comes out of it. Gateway expansion on this side. Thought it might be a forge. Thought he might want to try something funky. Life is still obviously a badass. You can tell by the fact that he is actually going to go hatch first before pool against a protoss on a pretty fast rush map distance. That'll happen just fine. Welmu will come across. They'll see everything that's going on. Zerg player is going to be given plenty of time to be able to do a good Overlord scout. And that's the benefit of maps like this with a pretty close air distance, is that you're pretty safe against a protoss player, and even a lot of times a Terran player, to use your Overlord to get in there and scout stuff. That's a nice benefit. I was having a really great chat with somebody on my channel that was talking about just how sucky it is for Zerg players to try to get information. As a Protoss player, you got observers, and if you're worried about detection, you can still just hallucinate a Phoenix and generally see anything that's going on. Terran player, you can scan. I mean, scans, you can sometimes miss things, but ultimately, if you've got to see a corner of the base and you can't get there, you could use a scan and find it. As a Zerg player, you really do have to essentially tech up to either an Overseer or Overlords with speed if you want to get a mid-game scout in. Because essentially every race is going to wall off against a Zerg player or have up enough of a situation. Wow. Was that taken before pool? It might have been. 3 hatch before pool, including gold base. How ballsy is this guy? I think that was a zealot that I just passed over, yes. So the pool's not done yet. This hatch might just get cancelled. But, it's still, I do like seeing that out. Sometimes you can just get away with that. Just try it. Why not? It's a best of 5 series. If he doesn't punish you for it, you're just going to roll over him. You're going to scrub him. Zergling's on the way. We actually see 2 more gateways go down before a Nexus here. So we're going to get the good old 3 gate. The new 4 gate happening. Does cancel the hatch. And he's getting a spine crawler down. Interestingly, 2 spine crawlers. So did he scout that with his Overlord? Let's just go and look at his vision. No, he didn't. But he smells something. He's got 3 spine crawlers up, so he smells something is up. The Zerg player is essentially 4-gating, which is hilarious. When's the last time you saw a good 4-gate happen? This is hilarious. This is what I do when I get pissed off at Protoss players and Terran players. Like, I'm just going to 4-gate this guy. Enough of this. Is there any gas for speed? No, there isn't. There's no gas at all. 3 spine crawlers, and the gold base is going down with the Stargate behind this. Very smart from Welmu. This is all going to get scouted out. But Life put out a build and cancel it, hoping his opponent would overcommit into attacking, come into something like this and just lose. He's got no speed for his lings, so these stalkers can kite for days. These spine crawlers are just useless now. We see that it's not really in the interest for Welmu to go and attack. He's just going to back off and protect his gold base behind his Stargate. So I like this answer from Welmu. I think it's actually very, very smart. Now we're seeing a couple gases go down the natural. If you look at the overall economy, it's actually pretty close. 2-hatch Zerg, he's had to spend a bunch on getting the spine crawlers out. Larva on these Zerglings. So that gold base red herring that he put out there really hasn't paid off at all. And there's even a pylon over here. So if he did want to warp something in and pressure later, he does have 4 gates behind this. He ultimately can still use those effectively. Transfers, good chunk of probes over here. You're going to see his income just skyrocket. Couple more gateways. And oracles coming out. And I like that a lot. Particularly if you think your opponent's going to stick to just a Zergling tech. Build gateways and oracles. You will roll anything with that. There's only a queen at home to defend. Lair is on the way. Spore crawler happening. There's just... I don't know. I think that Life is reading this wrong. He was going to sack that Oracle too and get as many kills as he can. 10 kills. Life just lost so much in that one moment there. And he's so afraid. He had a spore crawler making at his front in case it was DTs. A couple Zealots going to warp in now and start working on that. Queens are out and the spine crawlers can come down. These Zealots are actually going to get a lot of damage in. You might be able to micro those around the other side if you wanted to, but they should be able to still cancel his hatch. Life is hurting right now. He's getting down the infestation pit, and he might just go for a swarm host defend. That's kind of like your last ditch effort as a Zerg player when you know you're really far behind and you don't really have cost effective units. Well, I'll get swarm hosts out. That's going to let me hold off infinity stuff, right? And our protoss player does not have any other tech for, like, you know, getting down a Robo and Colossus. I think he could just as easily get down a 3rd Nexus right now and just get so far ahead. But I think he's more interested in actually trying to finish the game off now. And I think he risks giving away the advantage he has if he does do that. Pylon will get taken out, but these Zealots will still actually be able to kill or just deny this hatch once again. This is so bad for the Zerg players, falling so far behind. Zerglings are coming out here. I Am Hulk is even, he's seen enough. Zealots will get cleaned up. But they've done so well. There's that other base going down. Swarm hosts are on the way. Stalkers guarding the gold base. We're having a Twilight Council go down. I think if he got out, he's going to wall off. But if he actually just had out a couple of Void Rays, he'd be pretty safe against most things that happen. Did he get speed finally? Yes, he did. Look at this. No, nothing. Did I miss something again? Oh, man. Did I miss a massive Oracle kill? 5 kills, 14 kills, 11 kills. Holy crap. And Life's just going to GG out. Oh man, how many workers he's down to 35 workers trying to support swarm host plays with infestors. He just pieces right out. Great play out of Welmu there, taking what was looking like a dicey situation and punishing it perfectly. That was hilarious. SeKo Starcraft, thanks everybody for watching. We're moving on to game number 2.